All right, what's going on? I'm about to react to this video. This guy trying to buy this car, this Hellcat, for a little price. I'm gonna drop some things that I know about credit, about investing, and just my perspective along this, because I want to help people out. Also, just drop some information how I would do this. All right, let's go.
Hey Terry, this is Alex at Earth Motor Cars.
Shout out to Alex from Earth Motor Cars as well. He is on TikTok, so shout out to you, sir, for the content.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? Hey, just giving you a call about this 2023 Black Ghost Challenger that you inquired about. The one
Black
that's won
Ghost?
300 and just seeing...
Black Ghost, that's the special edition Challenger. They named it after the guy who used to race in Detroit, my city, right? And he was a cop, and he used to beat people in the old Dodge Challenger. So that's the Black Ghost. And they're like 140-ish, 130,000. It's an expensive Hellcat, and it's regular. It just says Dodge on the front. Like, whatever.
See if you had any questions or what I need to do to earn your business.
Yeah, man, I have been looking at cars like that before. This is Alex from Earth Motor Cars.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, my nephew watches you on Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Moving merch or something.
Yeah.
He watches those videos, and he's local, so he been in y'all shop and everything, see all the Mopars and everything y'all got.
Yeah.
Mopars.
Would you be paying cash or financing this car?
This particular one, I'll be financing.
Mistake number one, you don't need to answer that question first, Terry. You don't need to answer that question first. You just let them tell you what the price is. But Alex from Earth Motor Cars seems to be a good salesman. Shout out to Alex getting established in that ground, right? I cold call all the time, so I understand what he's doing.
Okay, awesome. And how much money were you planning on putting down, and what's your credit like?
What can you do for me on the car? I see online that car was listed at like 140,000 or something.
Yeah, 158.9 it's online for. Again, there's only 20 miles on it, and it's 1 of 300. Terry, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to negotiate against myself. I definitely have some room in it to work on it. But, you know, I want to get to the credit application first, make sure that we're good to go with the banks and whatnot, and then go from there. Does that work with you?
Yeah, I mean, whatever gets me to the car.
Shout out to Alex, man. Alex is doing a great job on setting the tone of the conversation. He's taking over, and he's making sure that this is a serious customer. He's doing something called vetting. Good job, bro.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if I like it, if the numbers sound good, then I'm gonna leave that car. I'm gonna leave with that car. So
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what your credit was the last time you checked by chance, just before we do a credit application?
Yeah, I checked earlier this year. It was like about 400, 440,
What?
450.
What? He can't even look. He can't even take him serious. No way you call it 400 credit score. You call it for a Hellcat. No way, bro.
You're saying it was. I'm sorry. You said 400.
Yeah, you asked for the credit score, so I'm telling you.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, that's no problem. Do you know how much money you were planning on putting down?
I mean, for something like the vehicle that I'm interested in, probably something like 10,000-15,000. I can come up with that for sure. Like, money ain't a problem, so.
Yeah, let me look at this again. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Tara. I'm just gonna be blunt. You'd probably have to go the lease route with it, and probably at minimum 20% down.
Wow.
You're saying like that? I'm gonna have to lease this car. Is what you're saying?
Bro, he's saying in order for him to have this car, he got to at least put 20% down. $32,000 for a car? Bro, I could buy a house off market with a hard money lender and put $31,000 to $40,000 to a house and be done and putting it on the market and making my money back. I'm gonna talk about that in 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that in 1 second.
With to get to where you want to be, money down, yes, sir.
Let me tell you something, Alex. Like I bought cars like this before, and I ain't never had to lease nothing. Like if I'm gonna buy the car, I'm gonna own it. That's what I'm saying. So
no, I get what you're saying. I mean, if you're
440 Terry, 440 Terry, don't call up to my place. I'm acting like Alex. Don't call up to my place telling me what cars you didn't have before. You got a 440 credit score where you're barely going to qualify, and you about to spend an arm and a leg to get a Dodge Hellcat Black Ghost. Your credit score is shot to hell, and you want a Hellcat. Ain't that something? That is, and you go call up to my shop telling me what cars that you didn't have. I don't care. I'm telling you how this roll. Alex is a professional.
Financing, it'd still be the banks, technically speaking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never had to do anything like this in my previous cars. Like,
Who cares?
And I ain't had to do nothing like.
I almost said something else when I said this boy. This bruh just said that he got a Bentley Continental. You got a Bentley Continental with a 440 credit score? I can already tell you right now that the first time that there's a maintenance issue with that car, he probably is in the shop, or it's not even getting fixed. It's probably a beat down Bentley Continental. Oh man, I'm a car guy and I'm hurt with how this car might even look. Who cares if you got a Bentley Continental, bro? You're trying to get a different car, which you don't qualify for. Why do you think that he cares about that?
Okay. So how is it an older car? Was it a less expensive one than 158?
He tried to figure it out. He tried to figure it out just like me.
I mean, I don't know what you mean by less expensive as a Bentley, but I mean, it's a 2008 Bentley Continental. But
okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, like
$46,000.
This car.
I got you. Yeah, that's no problem. I mean, you said money wasn't an issue, so would you be able to come up with that 60% down?
60% down, godly.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Hold on, bro. 60% down. All right, hold on. I gotta move this. I gotta move this over real quick. I'm going back. 159,000. 60%. Oh my God. $95,400. 95,000. 60% down to buy a regular Dodge Charger. That's just one of 300 that says Dodge on the front of the hood, and it's just a Hellcat. You would have bought a Hellcat at $95,000. Oh my God. I am scared to see what this goofball 440 Terry is about to say. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I mean,
I bet.
I feel like you can make it happen with $15,000-$20,000 down.
Bro, okay. Let me do the math on this. I'm sorry. Hold on. What's 159,000 and let's just say 15,000. Is that 10% down? So 159,000, let's say 10.6%. Yeah, bro, that's only 10% down. That's 10% down on $159,000. You are insane, bro. And it's a car. We're not going. Let me get through this video, this nonsense, and then we can talk about strategy and what you should be doing with your credit score.
So, if you're trying to get my business, then
he don't need your business.
I'm gonna just keep walking and find another car. So
Go.
I came to you because of my nephew. Like I feel like I can buy a car like this anywhere else. It's a Hellcat. It ain't nothing crazy, but and I'm just saying.
It is crazy for you.
with my credit and everything.
That's his Hellcat. And that was his Hellcat in the background. They said he can't afford it. They said, all right, let me go ahead and put this one back. Beep, beep.
That's my business. Like I'm ready and here to buy a car. So
okay, all right. Well, I'll do that. I'll send you a credit application if that works with you, and then we can just go from there. Does that sound good?
Yeah, man. Just send it. We'll figure something out. So.
All right, so let's get to it, man. I'm not even gonna get to my intro. We just passed that. Listen. This is what you should be doing with your credit, right? First of all, I think maybe I'm too logical or I'm just too investment focused, but I'm always trying to put my money into an asset class of some sort. Whether that's putting money into like my 401k, my IRA, or whether I'm putting more money into real estate, I'm always trying to put my money into something that makes sense, right? I'm always trying to see my money kind of making its way back to me with something. That's just the way, since I've started investing, I'm just addicted to that, right? I'm just going to call it that.
Sensational.
I'm addicted to my money being invested. I hate liabilities, and I understand that you have to have some liabilities in life, right? Just some things, as a car, things like that. But this right here is just insane. First of all, your credit score is very, very important. I don't care if they tell you that credit's not important. That is a lie. Okay? Because credit is always not important until you then need credit. So what Terry should be doing, or if you're in this situation or similar to this situation, number one, do not go out and buy a Hellcat, because the average car note in America right now is $700. But I watch videos of people with Hellcats because I am a car guy, and they're talking about $1,200 and $1,500 they're paying a month. Not to mention they're paying insurance, which let's just say on a very generous scale, that's $250 a month, which it's not. So this is say $1,200 plus $250 is $1,450 a month. Plus you got to pay for your maintenance and you got to pay for your gas. You got to pay for your tags every year. You're talking about spending over $30,000 for a car, which is just insane every single year. Not to mention your living expenses. This is what you should be doing if you're in that situation. Number one, you need to pull up your credit report. Like let's just stop. Let's just start over. Let's just clear the drawing board and say, where is my credit score? So go to annualcreditreport.com. You can print off your credit report for free for once a year if you want to do the free route. Print off your credit report and see what is on that thing. Because you're looking for, okay, what are your credit card usages? That's your first thing. Get all your credit card usage below 30%. When you take them below 30%, your credit score is going to jump up either way, right? Keep it below 30. Number two, are there any kind of collections on your report, right? Derogatory marks. I am not a credit guru. I'm just sharing with you that the things that I've done to my credit. If there are collections on there, you got some people that tell you not to pay it, something about 7 years. I have paid some of my collections when they do a pay for delete. Okay? If they're going to do a pay for delete, personally, me, I would do it. A lot of medical bills, they'll let you do a pay for delete. So if it's a couple $100, get a couple $100 or whatever, and then do a pay for delete, and then they'll remove that from your credit score. That way, no derogatory marks are on there. So check for the collections, right? And the third thing is just to check for your loans, right? Like what installment loans do you have out here? Because if you're like Mr. Terry, now you got a $159,000 installment loan for a Hellcat, which is just not helping you, right? So now you got to think about trying to get these loans paid off. Just start from scratch and create a 1 to 2 year plan.
Sensational.
Right? Just a 1 to 2 year plan of you working on your credit. Just do that, right? Paying down your credit cards or getting these collections off your credit. Just do that. Because if 440 tells me a lot about Terry, right? 440 tells me that he probably has high credit card usage. He's got collections on his credit, because that's crazy. Or maybe he filed bankruptcy or something like that. Something, because 440 is very low. That means that this guy probably does not pay any of his bills while he calling up here talking about he got a Bentley Continental. Maybe you bought a Bentley Continental when your credit was good and now that Bentley Continental was shot. So that's what I would do right now. If somebody's trying to fix their credit, is just pull up your credit report, print it off, and literally hang it somewhere that you can see it every single day. So that way you know that this is something I need to be working on every month. Right? Now, let me tell you what I would be doing with the money that Terry is up here about to throw away on a stupid Hellcat. That's the dumbest liability. Number one, there's a way for you to, I'm a real estate guy, so I'm kind of biased towards real estate. There's a way that I can find an ugly, distressed house in a nice area. And I can work with a hard money lender. I get it. Some people don't like this particular strategy. I've done it a few times, so I understand it. But this is what I would do with it rather than going and buying a Hellcat. I would get a hard money lender, figure out what their terms are, find an ugly, distressed house that has potential, and buy it undervalued, significantly undervalued. I would buy that house, use their money to fix it up. And like I said, I've fixed up houses for less than $35,000 and $40,000, put it on the market, sell it, or keep it as a rental, and I would make all my money back. And I would do that 30 million times, and then I would buy the Hellcat.
Sensational.
I would have my tenants pay for the Hellcat. Duh. So I may not buy the Black Ghost this year, but it may be 5 years down the road where I buy that Black Ghost, but I'm much more comfortable buying the Black Ghost because my tenants are paying the rent, or I could use money from one of my houses and pull out a HELOC loan and maybe buy that if I really, really wanted to. Not suggesting that you do that, but there's a lot more strategies to buy that car than how Terry is doing it. Just saying. I'm just saying. So that's all I got to say about this video. Do not be like Terry and mess around and buy a car that puts you further into debt. And now you're stuck spending this car note for the next 7 years, 8 years. Who knows what they're doing now. I think that's enough. I'm going to get off this. Hopefully I dropped enough. If I have, man, just, you know, let me know this was good information or not, or just tell me you laughed at Terry. I don't know. I'm out of here. And like I say, after every video, this is chess, not checkers. I'm going to see y'all at work.
It's going to be a cold summer.